Welcome to the Gleeful Meeple, a board game community that's your community too, no matter where you are. In this episode, we're back from GenCon, and we're going to talk about it. We take aim and finish each other's words in this week's game of the show, Bullseye. And you, the Gleeples, get to play along as the hosts get put in the hot seat with this week's game challenge. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, this is JK.
Hey, this is Emily.
Dwayne's here.
And of course, this is James. And guys, we have a normal episode today.
Hey, this is amazing. I feel like we haven't
Somebody
done this
tell me
in like 6 months.
Hold up. What on earth do we mean when we say a normal episode?
That's fair.
Hijinks.
Normal kooky hijinks?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Some semblance of a plan where we were all showing up at the same time. And well, a normal episode meaning that we have a riddle. That's at least normal.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Riddle.
On track so far.
All right. Here we go. By definition, my name implies combining different into one. Though a gardening game this is not, and my theme is more mun. Dane, that is. See, I get stuff places. Check off the list before I send the cases. Not everything can go together, though, and if I add this, I can't add that. But combine the right things, and my bonus will be fat. What doesn't work for me might work well for someone else, or be even worse and cause them hell. Being off-world can feel a distance away. I got one line that's going to give it away. That actually rhymed. This wasn't my plan. Nobody yet?
Okay.
I
have a guess.
I have a concept of a
Go
plan.
ahead, Emily.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to guess now. I want to hear the last line.
All right.
Being off-world can feel a distance away, so I send my manifest to Zenith out of my
I knew
shipping
it.
bay.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it graft?
It is graft.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manifest.
What did you think it was?
Tend.
No, I'm
Okay.
shipping the manifest off.
You do that in Tend.
Do you really? Well, this is purely centered around shipping off your manifest as a little card game from
Yeah.
ID Studios. So
Well done.
I'm surprised. I thought for sure someone would get it before then.
I got it. I just wasn't confident.
You should believe in yourself more.
I
Emily.
know. I'm working on it.
Well, guys, it's good to be back around the table.
Yeah. I missed you
Yes.
guys last time.
Okay. So it's been a while since we've had a chance to chat. Dwayne, did you see Spider-Man?
I did see Spider-Man.
Oh. Do we want to spoil things on this show?
No, absolutely
It's-
not.
because
JK.
Oh my God.
It's too new.
Okay.
So my spoiler-free review, JK, is at the moment it is my least favorite of the Tom Holland Spider-Man films.
Are you serious?
Really?
No joke.
Yeah.
What was your
Yeah.
previous least favorite?
Probably the first one, and
Okay.
I could Homecoming.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of nerdy reasons why. Like I felt like it wasn't a Spider-Man story; it was more of an Avengers spin-off story, and
Sure.
things like that. And oddly enough, this movie actually solves a lot of the criticisms I've had with the previous Spider-Man films. Like they're too big for Spider-Man, like big potatoes, if you will, JK. But yeah, this movie solves it. But at this point, I'm like, yeah, but you've already had like intergalactic travel, so
Yeah.
this feels a little slow. There are some character shenanigans that JK and I can geek out about without later as we dive into spoilers off the show. But that's where I am right now, JK. How do you any spoiler thoughts from you?
I did like that the gist of the story, and I think saying this doesn't hurt anything for any viewers, is it's dealing with trauma and dealing with loss is kind of like the good central plot mechanism of it. I went in with no research, no reading, no nothing. I knew a couple of the actors that had been cast, and that was it. And when the villain was revealed, I audibly dropped an F-bomb in the theater.
Okay.
So,
All right. So I should make some time for it then.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I enjoyed it.
I hear there's tons of cameos, like just an insane number of cameos.
There's a lot of cast. And one of the things that I had heard going into the movie was a number of actors that had been cast. And I kept kind of thinking to myself, who's the villain? How many villains are going to be in this thing? And that's an interesting little twist itself.
I will say, JK, there is a superhero team up in this movie that I absolutely love. It's probably my favorite part of the film.
Yeah.
Is it a spoiler? Like who the team up is? Because I think I know who it is.
No.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I don't want to say anything just because I went into this movie purposely without having seen a trailer. JK, you and Ryan told me a little bit during GenCon that I didn't know about yet, and that was all the information I had about this movie.
Okay.
So it was going in very blind for a big film like this. Had a lot of fun. Saying it's my least favorite of the Tom Holland movies is like that's my least favorite moment in The Big Lebowski. Like I love all of it, but there's got to be a least favorite. So it's still fun. I want to rewatch all of them and see if my opinion changes.
I still think he has been the best Spider-Man yet.
He's the best because he's a good Peter Parker and he's a great Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what Tom Holland has going for him. He plays both roles equally well.
Yeah.
Well, they got a big year still left. Marvel, that is.
Yeah.
Dr. Doom.
Oh, sorry. James, speaking of that, JK, did you see the X-Men casting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll shut up.
Yeah, got X-Men casting, got Dr. Doom. We got what's the Squaresoft game? An anime series of we're going Disney Plus now, kind of going sideways, but Kingdom
Final
Hearts,
Fantasy.
Oh wow!
Kingdom Hearts anime series.
Oh, I did not see
Wow.
that. That's cool.
Yeah, and then another Marvel series with Vision
yes.
Quest.
A new Vision. That's right.
They're doing a new thing with Vision?
Well, here's the thing. The trailer is hinting. There was a comic book series that Vision had where he kind of like led a domesticated life. He had a synthetic wife. They had a synthetic baby and everything kind of like had this little happy home life. It looks like that might be the direction they're going with it. But the trailer is really interesting in that early in the trailer, you see Ultron. And when Vision sees him, he goes, we're not using these AI images. And so it shifts and it's James Spader. James Spader's in the whole series with him.
I do love James Spader.
Cool. That's fun.
So a lot to look forward to, but I'll get out there and see Spider-Man so we can talk about it.
You should.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we did a thing. We made some travels and
James,
went places.
okay, never mind. Sorry, I was like, you're gonna have to be more specific. We do a lot of things. We go a lot of places.
That is true. We stay busy around Nashville, but we left Nashville and visited Indianapolis for GenCon 2026.
Awesome. It was so much fun.
Nothing like it. I mean, by this point, if you listen to us, you got to know what it is. If not 74,000 people was the final count, which is a new
all-time record. Yeah.
Somehow they squeeze a little bit more out of each year, even though it sells out each year. So I don't know exactly how they're doing that. But big plans. I'll just start the conversation now. They're adding more space next year.
Another whole hotel is going to be constructed. So that adds several thousand people, I would think.
Yeah, not just for the rooms, but the hotel itself has a conference center built into it.
Yeah.
So they're planning on using that to then, I think, have the exhibit hall take over some of the space from the demo hall. So if you've not been to GenCon before, or if you've been to any convention, just imagine a really large, open exhibit hall area with all the vendors, all the booths. And then at GenCon, there's kind of this split right down the middle of it where you go from exhibit hall to just open tables. And that's where all the publishers do their demos. There's a couple exhibit B things, but it's pretty much all just tables and gaming. They're going to take over some of that space and I think move some of the demo stuff into the new hotel, which is just going to increase the capacity because I think they have to cap it just because of how large the exhibit hall is.
Right. Referring to those as open tables may be a little misleading.
A little generous, yes.
It's very misleading. Open tables for publishers to have been reserved.
I'll just say demos, tables.
JK, You're not staying late enough because, like, at 8 o'clock, you can sit anywhere you want to.
That is true.
Yeah, and honestly, that has been, as I've reflected on our time at GenCon, that has been one of my sticking points. Is I think I need to change my approach next year. Perhaps staying on site, but definitely leaning a little bit more into what's happening at GenCon later in the day, because I think we missed out on that entirely.
So, I mean, on that note, when it comes to spending, like you said, we did pretty good about getting back on time and spending time in GenCon. It's something that I reflected on a lot this year, and I think you did too, JK. For me, it was about how to make time for gaming and do GenCon-y things versus playing games. I've found it difficult every year I've been so far to really sit down and play any kind of game of length. Mm-hmm. And some of that is because during the day, I kind of want to just walk around and do Gen Con stuff. And it feels like if you sit down and play a 3-hour Euro, you're kind of losing the day. It's not the case. I mean, you're playing a game, you're having fun, it's all the good stuff. But it can feel that way sometimes. So I'm always inclined to play quicker games, faster games, so I can get back to doing some kind of Gen Con stuff. But this year, I didn't register for a lot of Gen Con stuff. But I still found myself not sitting down to play any bigger games, because we have a group there. We're all doing different stuff, trying to meet up. We do the lunch, and then we go do this thing, and the day just kind of disappears at a certain point, and you look back, and I didn't really play that many games today. And then it's like, well, I could play in the evening. But then all the people I know are at an Airbnb. Me personally, y'all are all at an Airbnb. And so it's just me and Emily back in the area. And it's like, well, we're just going to go up to our hotel room and go to bed. So.
Well, it's worth noting our Airbnb, while it was great and while the company was awesome and we had a nice location, the Airbnb wasn't really well suited for gameplay either. We had one big table that we could use, but we literally had no lighting. The lights in the place were not quite as functional as they could be.
Yeah.
So playing in semi-lit room wasn't fun. Thankfully, we did discover, and this is probably one of the highlights of Gen Con for me, there was a little establishment 2 doors down from our Airbnb called the Can. And the Can was a combination movie theater, pizza house, and bar with huge open tables that we could go in and just camp out there and play for hours. We were actually very fortunate to ride out the Saturday tornado there. So
was
great place.
Was the soundtrack of the restaurant 3 doors down?
No.
Nice. Well done.
They actually had really good music there. It was definitely a hipster place. I mean, it was pretty trendy, pretty cool. But super fun. Good cocktails there. Nice experience there. But to that point, being at an Airbnb offsite, we kind of lost that ability to have a central drop-off point other than just putting things in your room for a little bit. And I did not book any events either for the days or for the nights. And I think that's kind of where I missed out, is not getting to see some of the larger scale events, the Dice Throne Awards, some of the stuff that I'm seeing come up on people's Gen Con memory videos.
Dice Tower.
Yeah, I'm going to do that every time. I'm going to do that every time. The Dungeons and Dragons Carnival that was a couple blocks away was crazy. Some of the other like big offsite events were kind of neat. I thought our Man versus Meeple dinner was fun.
Yep.
Certainly no regrets about doing that, other than the fact that I kind of went, ooh, I wish there were more of these. Were there more of these that I just missed out on that I didn't even think about?
Yeah, that's how, I feel like as far as events went, a lot of the events, this was my 4th year going, and I feel like I'm more opinionated on what I want to be doing now. And especially when I'm on kind of a little bit of a buying freeze, not entirely, but I'm being a whole lot more picky about what I'm picking up at these cons. And so I felt like I just ran into a lot of oh, that event exists, but it's sold out. That event exists, but it's sold out. Every year I tell myself I'm going to make a wish list, submit the wish list the day the catalog opens. And every year, that deadline comes and goes.
Yeah.
So I felt myself missing out on some of that this year.
Perhaps next year. I've got two next year wishes for me. One is that I'm better prepared going into the events day. I did almost zero research prior to 3 or 4 hours before events opening, and then I was like, this and this and this. I think I scheduled maybe 2 events for myself this year. And they were both Thunder Road based. And then I ended up wandering into a few extra things as well, which we can get into in a moment. But so one is us getting events early and also making sure we have friend links so we can sign each other up for stuff. Like it might be fun just to say like, hey, I am making sure I'm absolutely free during these times. So if you want to schedule me for something, do that. And then the other thing, okay, y'all, I'm going to blow your minds with a very simple suggestion. Is everyone sitting good? Let's stay till Monday next year. And that way we can spend all Sunday night gaming like our heavy games that we got, our heavy butt games that we got during the con.
But that's only if y'all stay at the convention center and don't want to go back to the Airbnb at midnight or 9 o'clock or whatever.
Well, I would even argue if we have a split situation again like this, where some of us are in an Airbnb and others are in a hotel, maybe the hotel people just camp out at the Airbnb that night.
No.
Or we could do it the other way around, depending
there
on if the hotel
are
has
some Airbnbs that are super strict about extra people in the house.
Sure.
Well, don't let the details get in the way of a good plan. That sounds like a great
That's
right.
Yeah, what are they
That's
gonna do,
right.
throw us out on the last night? Okay.
No, but you could get a hefty fee.
But yeah, I definitely
we don't want that.
Yeah, no. I felt the difference. Previous years, I did plan, to your point, Dwayne. I had time ahead to look at the events and build my list. And I did walk away with more stories to tell. Like previous years, like, yeah, I went and learned a Newsies number, choreography and danced. And I didn't walk away with any of those this year because I lost the opportunity to really sit down and spend time planning. Just my schedule got crazy, and before I realized it, events went live, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just walking around this year.
And my hope that by not having anything booked, you could just sort of freely walk into things here and there and be fine, really didn't pan out. You know, there's not open tables, as we've mentioned, so finding a place to just sit down and play is not easy. James, I don't know how many times you and I attempted to get in on a Drillers demo.
Yeah.
That just didn't work out ever for us. So booking in advance, that may be the solution.
It takes a very, I think, relaxed person to not do that and then like have the time of their life.
Now, don't get me wrong. I had a blast.
Oh yeah. Like it's, and that's like the thing. It's like, we still had like a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But like, there is a lot of like GenCon is kind of like it is what you make of it to a degree. And then like just having a full understanding of what it is, I think allows you the space to kind of operate it a little bit more efficiently or effectively. Like going in as your first year, like we've talked about it on the podcast before, you've been on those episodes. Like how did it like compare afterwards?
Any effort that somebody made to tell me how much we were going to be walking, I'm not saying it fell on deaf ears, but it was not appropriately absorbed.
It fell on numb feet.
Absolutely. My legs by day 2 lunchtime were done. They were spent, and there was still another full 2 days to go. So that was rough.
Didn't help that you were a lot of times walking next to somebody who
my word,
to walk fast.
Yeah, I don't know where y'all in a hurry to get to. It'll still be there when we get there.
James and I like learned exactly how much of a fast walker we both are. In comparison to JK, we're like, you have to walk in front. Like if James and I are leading, we're like halfway down the block.
And I think part of it too is, there's a lot of crowds, and I would watch you, James, when you were in front of me, and like you can hit this minuscule gap between two people, and then you are gone. And meanwhile, here's 270 pounds of me behind you going, yep, I'm not with you anymore. You're going to have to slow down.
You just got to walk through them, JK. That's the trick.
JK, I'm sorry. We're going to have to circle back because I have to, I'm going to have to hold your feet to the fire on the
nice.
His numb feet. It will. Where are you in a hurry for? It will be there when we get there. No, there are timed events, JK. We are very much on a schedule on GenCon.
How many times did JK miss Drillers and Guillotine?
See.
Drillers is my own mess up though, because I lollygagged throughout the whole day only to find out that it was there, and if I'd gone directly there to start the day, it would have been fine. So,
hey JK, you want to hear a secret?
Uh-huh.
It's not that great.
You're the first person I've heard to say anything
No,
negative
I'm
about
kidding. It's pretty fun. It's
It's very enjoyable.
do we want to can I talk about drillers for a moment?
Yeah.
it. Talk about drillers.
It's fine. The miniatures are really clever. They're like made up of different parts of different like automobiles. You can see a boat and maybe some kind of a VW van in one of them. The artwork is very reminiscent of Lost Ruins of Arnak, and it is a perfectly tight, fine deck builder. It doesn't kind of have the broad like the broad epics feel of something like Legendary, but it's cute, and everybody I've introduced it to has immediately got on the website to try to find a copy. So,
because it's like I feel like it's a tighter Clank.
Because the Clank comparison comes up a lot too because of the underground aspect.
Because it's that deck builder. It's a race, like there is like a race kind of to the end game, but I liked it.
And I like the upgrades.
Yeah.
Looking back on the week, what were your highlights and lowlights?
Oh, okay. Yes. Who wants to go first?
Well, every year that we've done, we do this now. There's just only 2, but it was a highlight again this year. We had our seminar. We did 2 sessions instead of 4, compared to last year. But still had fun with it. Got to meet some really cool people. Our second session got to meet Salome, who does how to play videos for the Dice Tower. Really nice guy, I think based out of Chicago, if I remember correctly. So it was cool to connect with him and just see, even people that you see on YouTube and, our content creators, even they care about, like, how can I find more people and play more games with people and build a community? So we all want the same stuff.
I like that people were really interactive on those sessions too, like asking a lot of questions, really kind of digging into how we were doing things here. So that was super fun.
Yeah, I think folks that come to our sessions are always surprised with the amount of detail and logistics that we go into and share about it. I don't know if they know quite exactly what to expect when they come in, but it doesn't seem like it's ever that. And they leave pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I do get that impression. There's a lot to think about.
Can we do our team trivia there next time?
Our team trivia?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah. We can do whatever we want,
really
JK.
Well, we can submit whatever we want, Emily.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the challenging questions might go over better there.
That's what I'm saying.
Potentially.
That's our crowd right there.
Little bit of preview, guys. We're doing it again at TGD Fall. But JK is fully in control of the questions, and he does not make them easy.
This is your warning.
But yeah, that was one big highlight. Is always a seminar for me. I enjoyed doing it again. I wish GenCon would get... Actually, it's not GenCon. I think it's just the Crown Plaza Hotel. When something is a quote-unquote seminar, they're really supposed to supply a screen and projector. And if it's in any other location than Crown Plaza, that's usually the case. But Crown Plaza just never supplies it. So it'd be nice not to have to even worry about bringing that big lugging cart of supplies. But other than that, always a good time.
How do they determine where your session is? Is it based on how many people are attending?
It's kind of, I can't even imagine what it's like trying to schedule all of those events.
It's got to be crazy.
But I know when I submit the application, I put in a minimum of 5 attendees and a maximum of 50 attendees. Because I think like we've maxed out at like 36, 40-ish people registered. And I'm like, I feel like that's about kind of as much as we're going to get for a seminar like this. So I think they just get those smaller rooms like that are in the stadium or in Crown Plaza and then just see where they can fit us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, what was your low light?
Oh, man. My low light. I never really walked away from anything feeling... I don't have an emotional memory of being like, man, that sucks. Or disappointed or anything like that. I'd say my biggest low light was actually just kind of what we talked about before, feeling like I didn't do enough Gen Con stuff.
Okay.
I think that's it. I think just not doing events, it just felt like I was walking around a lot. Still had a great time, but I just didn't walk away with like good stories to tell from stuff that I did.
I think I had
People
a level
I
of
hung out with
that.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, stuff that I did I didn't feel as impactful. So I think that's my low light.
Okay. Dwayne, highlights, lowlights?
Yeah, so let's see. Sunday morning was kind of fun for me because Ryan, friend of the show, Ryan and I had found out about this Hellbent trading card game with Universal horror monsters. So you've got, I was going to say Hulk. That's not it at all. That's the roller coaster at Universal.
Dracula.
Thank you. Those are the ones. That's the green guy I was thinking of, Frankenstein Dracula. But anyway, Jaws is in there. Apparently, they have the Friday 13th franchise, so you got some Jason Voorhees. The demos were all full on Saturday, so I woke up about 5 a.m. on Sunday, and I was like, I'd really like to go get in on that demo, and I bet there's a lot of hungover people that aren't going to make their 8 a.m. event. So I got on the bus and went in and plopped myself in front of a just opened demo hall. And then I opened up the calendar and found out that although I was sitting in line for at 7 o'clock for an 8 a.m. event, the 8 a.m. event did not start until 9 a.m. So
whoops,
I had 2 hours on me. Fortunately, I noticed the Brave and the Bold, which is a DC bag builder, 1v1 kind of similar to Dice Throne, but with bag building instead of dice. They had a demo going on, and for $22, you got to learn the game and get a 2-player starter kit. So I picked up Lobo and Supergirl, and that game is pretty good. It was a pleasant surprise at GenCon. Because I like my bag builders and I like those 1v1 fighters. So that was a unexpected hit for me. And then the can also a huge highlight, JK. That was just the perfect fit for our group.
What a surprise. Yeah.
Yep.
How about you, JK? What was your highlight and low light?
So walking is, we've already covered that on the spectrum. So I'm going to deviate away from that. What really struck out to me during the time we were there was how well the city of Indianapolis just kind of embraces this convention. Themed drinks, themed food. The sit-down restaurants we went to, Kilroy's, Yard House, and what was the ramen place? Way Ramen?
Way Ramen.
All were fantastic. Like great dining experiences, good food. Just kind of being in that environment was great. All those restaurants handled it very, very well for as many people that are visiting that little tiny portion of their city and swarming them. Conversely, if I have one complaint, it's going to be the block party. I thought the block party is perhaps too small. There's not enough vendors there to account for 75,000 people that are there, because every place you went had a massive line. Dwayne, I appreciate you getting the pizza from whatever it was, Hot Box Pizza. Wasn't super impressed with it. It was just okay. So that was kind of a bummer. And I think from watching some videos of people post GenCon, we were making an attempt to get our food and sit down outside, which was challenging in itself. A lot of people were getting their food and going into Lucas Oil and sitting in the stadium. So that may be a better route for that. But man, I felt like they were not prepared for the number of people at the block party.
And that's all, we've sat on the steps before of Lucas Oil. Yeah. Trying to get a spot under the tent at the block party, nearly impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a bummer too, because the lines are so long that there are some really cool food trucks with some unique food that would be fun to try out and experiment with. But I ended up just walking around forever. Everything was super long, the lines. So I ended up at a place that was selling chili dogs, like just regular hot dogs, but it was a chili dog. It was the best price. I can get 2 chili dogs, and it was filling. It was good, but it was just sustenance.
Yeah.
It's a chili dog. Like I'm not excited about it, but at that point I just wanted fast food.
It's I feel like I approach Gen Con with such a survivalist mentality sometimes. I came with a cooler. I came with all of my breakfast for the week. I came with snacks throughout the day. And so when I'm going to the block party, I'm going for the Sun King tent.
Yeah, right.
And so I was just standing in line at the Sun King tent with a friend or two and getting 2 beers, drinking 2 tall boys, and then going back to an event.
So next year we should just all pack some military grade rations in a backpack.
I know. I feel like I'm so close to just bringing some MREs. I did bring protein drinks this year. That was a step up for me.
Emily, how about you? Pros and cons.
So I talked about it a little bit in our last episode. But one of the highlights this year was the crafting I got to do, tried the knitting class, and fun fact, since then, I have completely undone the scarf I was working on. I had just messed it up so much that I was like, I just want to start over. Whatever. It hit a frustration tolerance wall at that crafting thing, but just had like just a lovely, beautiful moment, like with the women that were sitting around me crafting at this board gaming convention. So that was a lot of fun. And then Lowlight, I didn't really have one this year. I felt kind of like what James felt of like I didn't do all of the Gen Con stuff. Like I felt like this was my most kind of like, I didn't have any high highs and I didn't have any low lows. Everything was kind of like, yeah, like everything is as it always is. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I'm seeing friends. Like, there was a moment where I was like, oh, I don't think I saw any friends until Friday night or Saturday. But like, it was still fine. I was like, everyone's doing their thing and I'll see them when I see them.
Maybe you guys are just bad about seeing people because I was finding all of our friends everywhere. We walk into a crowd of 1,000 people. I'm like, oh, I know that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, there's Adam.
Yeah, no, that was, I felt like I saw Adam everywhere though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He was the one person we kept seeing, but it was always from like the other side of the room.
Yeah, looking back, we saw JP and Shelly, friends of the show.
Oh, I never saw them.
Gosh, who else did we run into?
Ken Jenkins.
Yeah, ran into Ken.
We ran into a guy actually. Dwayne, I don't recall what his name was, but he met us when we were waiting for an Uber out near the block party, and he's actually a former Nashvilleian that would come to our events that has since moved, and he recognized us when we were talking with him. So
yes.
That was kind of neat.
Yeah, it's neat to see people from your local community just at 74,000
out of context,
person event, and somehow you run into each other.
But yeah, it was a really good year.
I think so. All in all, I'm glad I went again. I'm looking forward to going again next year.
I'm in for next year. Yeah, I'm in
all
for
right.
sure.
JK's in. We'll do it again. Have some more fun. Do some more seminars, hopefully. Maybe some trivia. That'll be tougher.
Let's do it.
But yeah, it was a good time.
See you next year.
All right, Gleeples, hot from the GenCon presses. Your game of the show is Bullseye. Our game of the show is Bullseye? Sure, why not? It's Bullseye! Bullseye was designed by Mike Belsole and Grace Kendall. It's published by 25th Century Games, currently sitting at a 6.9 on Bullseye, dipping below the 7.0 mark that I look for in a game. Should it? Well, let's talk about that. I think that's what we're here for, JK.
Prove your point, JK.
Sorry, where was I? Oh, right. It plays 3 to 8 players, and at this time has no most gleeful at count.
Has no community rating stuff.
Is it too new? Who knows? Maybe that accounts for the 6.9. Maybe the 6.9 is too high. JK, yeah, do the thing you do at this point in the show. About the game.
Bullseye is a cooperative game in which the team of players are trying to determine what word is on a category card. The guesser is the archer, and they have no idea what word is on that card, although they know the category that it's based out of. The rest of the players are all shooting arrows at the archer, using a single word to clue them in as to what the word they're trying to guess is. Here's the catch. You're not writing down the whole word. You're only writing down one letter. They get to take a chance at guessing that one letter off of everybody's arrow, and if they can't do it, the arrows are then passed clockwise, and the players will add a second letter if they can figure out what the previous player was actually vying for. If not, you underscore it. We'll fill that in later and make another guess there. But you're trying to play a guessing game on multiple levels. Ultimately, the sooner the archer can guess the word, the more points you're going to get. Those are all tracked on a fun little Bullseye stand-up. Do 2 rounds. Everybody gets to guess a couple times. See how we do. That's Bullseye.
Can you hit your target?
Nice.
All right. I see some aggression on people's faces here. So
Nope. This was an interesting surprise. Every time another word association game comes out, I always wonder how is it going to do anything different. There's so many now with So Clover and just one fun facts. It goes on and on. Like, how is this going to stand out? And this one, I think, does. There actually is another game I feel like where you're writing a word and someone else is having to complete it that came out recently. I can't remember what it is.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another one that does that, something similar. But it does something a little bit different. I liked it.
Mechanically, ultimately, it's very close to just one. You're writing a word to clue the guesser in as to what their word is. That challenge of only putting one letter at a time is kind of interesting. And Dwayne, I'm going to reference a round that we played. Friend of the show, Ryan, was guessing. His category was condiments.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Let's talk about the condiment round, JK.
We're going to the condiment round. The word that was selected for Ryan to guess was ranch. And Travis, Dwayne, and I were all the three clue givers. And our first letters were B from me. We got an H from Dwayne and a D from Travis. And so I surveyed the board. I knew what I was going for, but I looked over at Dwayne's and went, okay, I know exactly what you're going for. Travis, I know exactly what you're going for. Travis was going for dressing. Dwayne was going for Hidden Valley. And once the arrows rotated, I got the D, so I got to put DR, and Travis got the H and put HE, which then left me going, Travis, where are you going with this? What am I going to try and do? And then I have to recover because Ryan still didn't get it on the second guess. So I have to figure out how to add something to HE that's related to ranch. That's where the game gets kind of an interesting little twist to it.
Yeah, it's fun when it goes sideways and you're left trying to figure out somebody else's original clue. And do you try or do you just put down that underscore and say, nope, I got nothing?
Yeah.
James, were you thinking about Jibber Jabber or Jibber Jabble or something from All Play?
Could be. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know if I know. I don't think I've played it. I just know it's a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But talking about All Play, though, they have, what was the one that came out last year that Ryan got that we all thought was a hit that we were playing at the restaurant?
Alibis.
Alibis. That was one that surprised me. I was like, this one actually figured out how to do something new with word association.
Yes. Agreed with you, James. 100%.
Yeah, this one's just kind of mishmashing other things that already exist. And, not to cut to the chase, I think it does so fairly successfully.
That's what I think. My one sentence review that I gave to Dwayne after one of our games was that it was a horrible game, but it was an super enjoyable experience.
Here's where I think this game can get good or bad. And Dwayne, I feel like I may be jumping on where you're going to go with this. I don't know. Mm-hmm. If you're playing this with a group of friends and the word that you are writing for them to guess is something that's in their wheelhouse, it's a very easy game.
It is almost a very easy game.
Painfully easy game. So I think you have to ramp this up by telling people when you start the game, hey, you pick your category, but the word I'm going to give you is going to be tough.
Yeah, that's where I end up in a lot of these kinds of co-op-y games, because I did a similar thing with like Letter Jam, where like I gave like a really obscure 5-letter word, and like the person who was supposed to guess it didn't even know what that word meant. And I'm like, yeah, that was a cooperative game, my bad. And it's like I did a similar thing with Bullseye, with like Ryan had sci-fi films, and I'm like, suddenly I can't think of a single sci-fi film, and I don't want to write Star Wars because that is just boring.
Right.
And
it's
so
also
I did
fantasy and not science fiction, but that's a discussion for another time.
Actually.
Yeah. And so I did Ready Player One, and like he couldn't guess it.
But that was a good we had a good discussion about that horrible film after that.
We played this last night, and the category was streaming service. Mm-hmm. The word that was picked for the guesser was Disney Plus. And every person writing down a clue started with an M. Every single one.
That's
for
funny.
Mouse or Mickey
initially I went, okay, this is good.
Marvel.
We've got Marvel, Mickey, Mouse. We're in great shape. And so we all passed our arrows and everybody put an O.
We had something similar. We had I forgot what it was, but we had something similar to that where two people had BO and we're like, or BE. Oh, it was Tapper. Arcade game. We put Tapper.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 or 3 people put B, and then we're like, oh no, where do we go from here?
Dwayne, how about you?
Okay, so Bullseye is as if Just One and Phantom Inc. had a gifted baby that grew up to disappoint everyone. It was... I mean, there's so many things. Okay, and like Emily had a good point. As a board game, I'm like, not great. As an activity to do with people to kill some time, fantastic. I would want, if I ever found myself in a situation where I had to run an icebreaker for a group of, checks notes, 8 people or less, I would 100% use Bullseye for that purpose. But it suffers from a lot of things I don't like. It has that, hey, let's play and try to get our best score, everybody. Not a lot of fun. James, you brought up alibis. Alibis has a great way to do that because you are given a stack of those tokens, and it is very, very challenging to win that game by getting rid of all the tokens or earning all the tokens or whatever the point of the tokens are on that game. So I find alibis a little more fascinating, although even though it has a similar structure. But JK, you brought up a good point about it's too easy to get a great score on this game if you know the people you're playing with. The university, when you had to give Travis a university and you happen to know what university he attended, that was a give me. Like there were so many of those. I picked ranch as a condiment, one, because I thought there was an off chance Ryan has eaten enough pizza and french fries with me. He would know what I'd choose for a condiment. But two, I also was like, and I said the words as I wrote that down. I was like, I'm kind of in the mood to start a fight. And did I get my fight? Yes, I did.
For 2 days straight, is ranch a condiment?
Yeah. Oh, man.
After the second game, again, having a good time playing with you all because it's just fun to play games with you guys. But I already found myself thinking, how can I make this game more interesting? Which is not a thought I don't want to pay for a game and then have to work on how to make it better.
How to redesign it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of look at that this way, though, Dwayne. I think the same applies to Just One. How many times do we see Just One come out at an event where people are actually playing the structured game versus
like the 13 cards?
Yeah, versus just going round after round and playing it and having a good time.
Right. And that's why I consider Phantom Inc. a better game, because there is that team mechanic and you are, there are, I hate to say it's more fun because there are winners and losers, but it is more fun because there are winners and losers.
I think that's a legitimate preference that people have. I think you're totally right with the Phantom Inc. plus Just One connection. I think Bullseye is the one you want to play when you kind of want to be more personable with each other and talking about each other's preferences or likes and dislikes and whatnot. Just One is the one where you just want a solid, good word game to fill time. Phantom Inc. is when you want actual strategy and some competition. And I think So Clover, is another kind of word association, where of all the party games, that's the one we play by the rules most often, between Just One, Bullseye, and So Clover.
And then there's One Round, which also came out this year, which was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll talk about that later.
And that overshadowed Bullseye for me.
Same. And I wasn't expecting it to.
You guys both liked One Round better?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
100%.
Because that was like landmarks, but without the goal of trying to get treasure. It was a stripped down landmarks game.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
But I will say the same critique I would have for that was it was super easy. We were destroying it. It was great when we were playing it while we were eating. We had a big table, so it was nice. We were eating and playing a game, having a good time, but it was easy.
I've already ramped that up to a 15 card deck instead of 12.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing with me and I give you etc. as one of the opening words, and none of us at the table knew how to signify when we were trying to go towards etc. Our etc. and math was pretty easy because then you could do trig, calc, and stuff like that. But then I forgot what the other word we were trying to connect with, but etc. in Asia or something. I can't remember. But yeah, that was another co-op game that I made too hard on accident.
Yeah, right. Well, one round may be too easy depending on who you're playing with and what the words your starting words. However, there is a challenge mode baked into that game. So
with timers.
Oh yeah, the timer, and then the one life mode. Like they tell you, hey, if you're finding this too easy, bump up the difficulty. So that's another reason I like that game.
Is Bullseye a keeper for you guys?
No. They'll be traded away for me.
I have no qualms about this. I'm usually like, oh gee guys, I don't know. No.
James?
For me, it is a traded away, but it's just because I get the same feels as I do from that game. And I will say, thinking back on it, I did enjoy one round more. I get the similar feels. It's easier to play. So Clover. We have enough of those games on our shelf. I just don't think it does anything that drastically different versus the others. So yeah, it's a traded away for me.
For me, it's a keeper. I did buy it. I'm going to bring it out to events. But I think when I teach people how to play this game, part of my instruction is going to be make your clues challenging. Because if you're just putting the first thing that comes to mind, if you're doing Star Wars and you're putting Darth Vader, that's too easy. Come up with something that's a little bit more obscure, kind of put some pressure on the guesser.
Yeah, I think it actually fills a spot, to your point, Emily. I think there's a clear line with these word association games where it's either an activity, and also to your point too, Dwayne, both of you, it's either an activity or it does something that has a bit more gamification to it, like Phantom Inc., I keep forgetting the name, All Play game. Alibis. If it adds a bit more game to it, Landmarks, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that falls on the game side. And then there's the activity side, which is, Bullseye and Just One. And so I think it has a place. I think it will be popular actually at our events.
I know I'm interested for our boots on the ground journalism with JK.
Yeah, right.
So if this and one round was coming out at events, I would almost see one round being more popular just because it's just easier, I feel like, just to dig into. And I didn't get stuck as much playing one round as I did Bullseye. Like you do kind of have to have some insight into general, I wouldn't say trivia, but
general knowledge, zeitgeist.
I don't know how to say it, but if you
pop
get a
culture
category and then people give you 3 words, 4 words with one letter, which if you're just not that kind of trivia minded person, it can be hard.
Yeah.
So I also didn't enjoy it as much for that reason.
So that is a 1 out of 4 on the Glee meter. Use caution going into this game. Definitely, for sure. So if you recall our last sit down episode, this was Dwayne's choice of the game, but it wasn't because he chose Kalis. And we made an attempt to play Kalis on BGA, and it was not well received. We'll just say that the game may be fine. The implementation on BGA, not the greatest. So,
there's no confirm button.
Yeah, so
that is crazy.
We're gonna be gracious and give Dwayne a chance to pick another game other than Kalis for us to play next.
All right. So I thought about this for 2 minutes, and JK, this is we're going to continue the GenCon theme, because I noticed as I went by the Bezier booth that they had a lot of copy of the Game Changers left, the Game Makers. Game Changers or something else.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
They had a lot of copies of Game Makers. And I told JK, I was like, I'm going to check BGA right now, and if that game's sitting at over a 7.5, I'm going to pick it up. It was a 7.4. So it's like, well, dodge that $200 bullet. Nice. But all that said, our game of the show for next time is going to be Game Makers on BGA.
Wow.
That's on BGA?
Yeah. So we'll be playing something kind of new to all of us, I believe. Should put us on a equal playing field, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
I'm actually excited about this. Okay.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Good. Yeah.
I have opinions.
Yeah, I couldn't decide if it was a gimmick or a game, and so we will take the gimmick out of it and see how the game is.
I like that.
All right, sending the invite now.
All right. Thank you, Emily. Well, Gleeples, if you have any thoughts on Bullseye or Game Makers, anything you might have experienced at GenCon, or just want to talk to us about anything that we've discussed on the show, drop us a line at pod@gleefulmeeple.com. GenCon.com.
Well, I think we've talked about Gen Con and Bullseye enough that it's time to play a game on air. No, not a board game. A game about board games. This week, JK has brought something to the table.
Guys, you know how I am when I'm playing games. I love to set the mood.
Boy, do I. Oh, sorry.
I want to have nice food for you. I want to have some beverages for you. But more than anything else, I want to have some good background music playing.
Uh-oh.
That you do. I'll give you that.
And wouldn't it be even more fun if while you had music playing, the music was thematically tied to the game?
Wouldn't it be
Okay.
nice?
That would be
It
so
was
cool.
thematic.
Yep, we're going back to the well again for this one. This is the soundtrack of our games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 4 artists that I have selected their songs to play in the background while we play a game. You identify what game we are playing.
Okay.
Okay? We're going to do this nice and easy. I have 13 questions. I will rattle off the 4 bands. To buzz in, just simply say your name, and the first person to guess correctly gets the point.
I feel like we've had this buzzing method several times.
Yeah.
We don't stick to it.
The downside is because I have this list in front of me, I'm no longer looking at the Zoom, so I can't see if Dwayne is raising his hand. So
Okay.
we're going to have to go with that. Yeah. All right. Are we ready?
Yep.
Sure.
Let's start you off with an easy one.
Wingspan.
Shut up. Really?
Yes.
The 4 bands are A Flock of Seagulls.
No
He
way.
cannot
Fruit
get the
bats
point on
and
this
geese.
one. Absolutely not. You can't just say a random band before you hear one artist. Boo.
I'm going to mute
Boo.
James's mic.
We're going to give him a half point here and see how that pans
Oh
out
my
at the end of the
God.
I'm done. I'm out. Y'all play the rest. I already won. I won. I'm good.
game. All right. Question number 2. Boston, Chicago, Kansas, One
I
Direction.
got it.
Emily.
Oh,
No, it's Dwayne got it.
Dwayne got it.
no. Emily followed the rules.
Cities, USA.
It is not.
Oh,
Would you guys like me to re-say those again?
yes.
That was Boston, Chicago, Kansas, One Direction.
Oh, I forgot about One Direction.
Oh, I have an idea.
No.
I have an idea.
I have another guess.
Well, Dwayne, you called in. Do you want to?
Yeah, but I was going to say Cities USA, so it's a moot point
Oh.
now.
You're welcome, Dwayne.
I can't think of the name. Is this the Rollin' Right?
I don't believe it's a wrong.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Okay, never mind.
We're thinking the same
Oh,
name.
yeah. That's really
2
good. What
words?
is that?
Tour what?
On tour.
On tour.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's not on tour.
Boston,
Boston, Chicago, Kansas, One Direction.
One Direct. You went from city to band.
To state. Oh, yeah. City, state, band.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yes. What's One Direction trying to communicate to us?
Well, if it goes that way.
They're all heading. It's heading west, right? Boston to
Oh, yeah, I guess it is
Chicago
west.
to
Southwest.
Kansas.
West to southwest.
Chicago, Kansas. Gold Country?
Nope. Dwayne, do you want to take a guess?
I don't know that I have anything.
You guys were on the right track. Going from Boston, Chicago to Kansas is all heading west. The Great Western
Oh,
Ray
as soon as you started talking, I was like, I got it.
Trail. All right, no points for that one.
Sad.
Third clue. Beach Boys, The Coral, Sodium, Stephen Page.
Dwayne,
Got it?
Emily.
sea salt and paper.
It is Sea
Yeah.
Salt and Paper.
Oh, yep.
Ah, James is starting to put it together now. All right, number 4. The Animals, War, Bush, The Birds.
Dwayne.
Emily.
Emily and Dwayne were really close on that.
Yeah, that was tough.
That means I said it before her.
He has a 1-syllable name.
Dwayne,
That is going to be root.
it is Roots.
Yep. I got that one. Sad.
All right, number 5. We're going to start getting a little more challenging here.
My time to shine.
Yes. Bananarama, The Babies, Tripping Daisy, Led Zeppelin.
Oh, Dwayne.
Dwayne.
It is a Magical Athlete.
It is Magical Athlete.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Bananarama,
Banana.
The Babies,
Yeah.
Tripping Daisy, and Led Zeppelin. There's
That
a
was
blip in the
good.
game.
Well
What's
done.
the the blimp.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 6. Midnight Oil, Dig, Hole, Velvet
Dwayne.
Underground.
Golly, Dwayne, this is your game.
Dwayne.
Drillers.
It is Drillers. All right. Number 7. Extra Fancy, Future Islands, Jet, Space Hog.
Emily knows it, but she can't think of the name.
No, I don't. That was just like a lot of words.
Extra fancy.
Extra
I'm like,
Fancy.
fancy pigs in space. What would that be?
Extra Fancy, Future Islands, Jet, Space Hog.
Future Islands. Jet. Space Hog.
Uh-huh.
Hogs in space.
Extra fancy.
I'm just going to
Something
buzz in. Is it apiary?
It is not apiary.
Yeah.
Extra
Dwayne,
Fancy.
I'll take a shot.
Okay.
Is it Skyrise?
It is not. Extra Fancy, Future Islands, Jet, Space Hog.
Future Islands. Jet. Space Hog. Is it Galactic Cruise?
It is Galactic Cruise.
Oh, I haven't played
well
that one.
done.
Oh.
Well done.
I was like deluxe edition something.
Number 8. The Cult, Blue Oyster Cult, Crazy Town, Godsmack.
Emily,
Dwayne.
Emily got it first.
blood on the clock tower?
It is not.
Hmm.
That's a good guess, though. I
James.
see where you're going. Dwayne, you had second guess.
I'll go call Cthulhu Death May Die.
It is Cthulhu Death May
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. Baby Metal, Goldfinger, Iron Maiden, Alabama Shakes.
Dwayne.
Uh-huh.
Brass Birmingham.
It is Brass Birmingham.
What?
Baby Metal, Goldfinger, Iron Maiden,
Iron.
Alabama Shakes.
Okay.
Birmingham.
Oh my gosh. Oh, killing
I
me.
love the looks of scorn from everybody. It's great. Number
Not from
10.
me. I think
Yes.
these were perfect.
Number 10. Number 10. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, The Darkness, Pink Floyd,
Dwayne.
Orbital.
Nope.
Orbital?
Orbital. Yes. Dwayne, were you wanting to take a shot at that?
Yeah, I'll take a shot at it. I don't think this is it. Is it Moon Colony Bloodbath?
It is Moon Colony Bloodbath.
Wow.
We
no
have-
one's
we
more
have found a
surprised than
game that is in-
Dwayne.
yes,
Yeah.
we found a game that's in Dwayne's wheelhouse here.
Now muting Dwayne's mic.
All right. Number 11. Ash, The Bravery, Device, Fallout Boy.
Say it again.
Ash, The Bravery, Device, Fallout Boy.
Dwayne.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I have an
Is it
idea.
Scythe? Is it
not
Scythe?
Scythe.
James.
Okay.
James,
Furnace.
it's not Furnace.
Say it again.
Ash, The Bravery, Device, and Fallout Boy.
Revive?
It is not
Oh,
Revive. We were
that's a
looking
great
for-
guess.
We were looking for Bomb Busters here.
Okay.
Fallout Shelter.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
I was thinking post-apocalyptic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 12. Train, Passenger, Railroad Earth, The Beatles.
Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the Beatles.
Dwayne.
Railroad.
Emily's
Earth.
got a guess. She hasn't said it yet.
Ticket to Ride.
It is Ticket to Ride.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do the Beatles come in?
They have a song
their
called Ticket to
song.
Ride.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right.
James edited
and
that
your
out.
final one, we have David Bowie, Youngblood, Paul McCartney and Wings, and Peter Gene Hernandez.
These are all things that
Oh.
Dwayne was going to know.
This,
I know
this is
Youngblood.
very much a JK kind of question. Say them
We got-
say them again for me, JK.
We have David Bowie, Youngblood, Paul McCartney and Wings, and Peter Gene Hernandez.
Paul McCartney and Wings.
Mhm.
I don't know my music well enough to be able to connect the dots on this one.
And what was the first one?
David Bowie,
Oh, yeah.
Youngblood, Paul McCartney and Wings, and Peter Gene Hernandez.
Paul McCartney in Wings?
And Wings.
And Wings.
It was his band post Beatles.
Oh.
They're a band on the run.
I got that.
And I don't know Peter Gene Hernandez.
Yeah, I'm a little mean to you guys on that one.
Yeah. Ziggy Stardust, Labyrinth.
Are you playing a trick and it's like Wingspan Pocket?
That's kind of funny, but no.
I might need another
Clam.
clue.
Youngblood. Wouldn't be as obvious as Blood on the Clock Tower.
It is not.
The only guess I would have is Rock Hard 1977.
It is not that. Emily, do you have a guess here? Or are you tapping out?
Okay. They're all solo artists, question mark?
Not Paul McCartney and Wings.
That's true. The Wings is the band?
Yep.
I think I need to tap out. I don't have a guess.
Okay. I was kind of mean to you here. So David Bowie, Youngblood, and Paul McCartney and Wings all have very notable songs that sing about one thing. Peter Gene Hernandez is the birth name of the artist known as Bruno Mars.
Terraforming
I
Mars.
was looking for Terraforming Mars, on Mars, Mission to Mars. I would have
Boo.
taken any Mars-related guess.
I knew Bruno Mars's name was Peter Gene Hernandez. I can't believe, I was just like, I've never heard of that singer because that's not the singer's name. Mad at myself for that one.
It was a good time, though. Dwayne, kind of killed it. Out of 13 possible, Dwayne got 7 right.
Sad.
All right.
Well, hey, I didn't even need get words to get my guess right.
That was funny.
Well done. Thank you, JK.
Congrats, Dwayne.
Thank
Good
you.
job, Dwayne.
Thanks, James.
All right, Gleeples, that's going to do it for us for another episode. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you giving us a little downtime at GenCon. Hope you enjoyed our clip show. We will be back in the studio soon, and we'll have another episode for you shortly. For now, let us thank our sponsor for today's episode, KB Toys. Man,
wow.
As a grown man, I spent way too much time in a KB Toys in our mall. That was just a fantastic store. Sad to see them go.
JK,
KB
what's a
Toys,
mall?
America's toy store. Thanks for listening. You can find us on the socials at Instagram at Gleeful Meeple Pod, or you can email us at pod@gleefulmeeple.com. Thanks, Gleeples. We'll see ya.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Gleeples.